And everyone knows what it meant on immigration, or at least that's what people thought. Because what followed from the previous government, starting with the people who used that slogan, was the complete opposite. Between 2019 and 2023, even as they were going around our country, telling people with a straight face that they would get immigration down, net migration quadrupled until in 2023, it reached nearly 1 million. That's about the population of Birmingham, our second largest city. That's not control, it's chaos.
Every once in a while, a government document comes out that doesn't just outline policy, it reveals intention. The 2025 Immigration White Paper is one of those documents. This is not just a reform, it is a reset. And if you look closely at the language, the numbers and the tone, you will understand that the UK government isn't just changing the rule, they are changing the purpose of immigration itself.
The UK is introducing major changes to its immigration system in 2025, making it more challenging for international students, skilled workers, and families to move, study, or settle in the country. These new rules are part of the government's wider strategy to reduce net migration and prioritise domestic workforce development.
In this documentary, I am walking you through the 10 core goals the UK government wants to achieve with immigration in 2025. And I will show you how these goals are already changing lives, including mine as an immigrant. The first and loudest goal is this: bring down the numbers.
Net migration, which is the number of people coming to the UK minus the number leaving, wasn't 606,000 in 2022, as it previously estimated, but 745,000. That's because last year a lot more people came to the UK and fewer left than they realised. Meanwhile, the ONS net migration estimate for the 12 months to June this year is 672,000. That suggests net migration is coming down slightly, but it's a long way from the Conservatives' 2019 manifesto promise to bring it down from the then level of 212,000.
Net migration crossed 745,000 in 2022. That triggered political panic. So the first mission, slash that figure fast. That's why you're seeing cuts to student dependents, tighter skill visa rules, and reduced post-study work time. But this rush to bring numbers down ignores what's underneath: workers, families, and young minds with dreams. There is a clear shift from encouraging permanent settlement to pushing temporary immigration. The message is, come work, then go home. This is not about integration and belonging. It is about utility, and when your time is up, so it's your welcome.
Earlier this year, the UK Home Office made significant announcements regarding the policies restricting legal migration for work visas, providing the exact effective dates. Starting from 4th of April 2024, the minimum salary requirement for UK skilled work visa has been raised from £26,200 to £38,700. The going rate for each eligible occupation, which is the average annual salary in the particular industry and position, has also been increased accordingly, with the higher of the two being considered. For example, if the going rate for your position is £45,000, exceeding £38,700, then your salary must meet or exceed £45,000 to meet the minimum requirement for the skilled work visa.
Skilled worker visas now require salaries over £38,000. Spouse visa need a sponsor earning at least £29,000 and rising. This means care workers, support staff, lab technician, nursery assistants, people who run this country quietly will no longer qualify. Not because they don't work hard, but because they don't earn enough to count. For years, immigrants come to the UK not just to work, but to build families. That door is now closing. The rise in income threshold means that even a British citizen married to a non-UK partner might not qualify to bring them over. This policy doesn't just affect migrants, it affects love, marriage, and parenthood. The UK once used international education as soft power. Now it sees students as risks. The graduate visa is being shortened. Switching to work visa is becoming harder. Dependents are restricted, but let's be clear, international students bring in £40 billion annually. They don't take, they don't give. Now wait, this part actually hurts. Roles like carers, nursing aides, lab assistants, they are now considered low-skilled under visa classification. So, tell that to the woman holding up an elderly patient with dementia, or the man sterilizing surgical instruments at all nights. Skills is not just a certificate, its impact and the government new definition doesn't match the reality on the ground. Universities and employers now face stricter requirements. One mistake and they lose their sponsor license. This means fewer employers are willing to take the risks even when they desperately need the workers. Immigration should not be a trap. But now, even employers are scared to help. The new policy requires B2 English proficiencies for visas. It also wants clearer integration expectations.
Rules for migrants going to live and work in Britain. An immigration white paper to be published early next week will require people applying for UK work visa to show a major higher standard of English. Currently, migrants only need to show a basic grasp of the language, which is equal to secondary education level qualification. But now, the Labour government sees it as far too low to allow proper integration into British society. The new proposal will increase the requirement to a far more advanced level, comparable to a level standard known as B2 on the Home Office website.
I support integration, but let's not forget, language is not the only measure of belonging. Dignity, respect and contribution, those are harder to test but more valuable. The government wants to reduce the use of Article 3 and 8 to prevent deportation. That means more people at risk of removal even if they lived here for years. Yes, the system has been abused, but that doesn't mean everyone in it is fraud. Sometimes behind the appeal are real people holding real fear. This is the government's loudest line. We are fixing the broken system to regain public trust. But trust isn't built by punishing the powerless. It is built by being transparent, fair, and consistent. Immigration isn't the problem, but governance is. I came to the UK not because it was perfect, but because it gave hope. And even now, in the midst of these shifting rules, I still believe in what this country can be: fair, inclusive, and honest. But policies must reflect that, not just words. This is the Lens 24, and if this opens your eyes, share it and stay tuned, because there is more to the truth to come. Thank you for watching. Check out our next video on the talk.